good morning. It is Saturday. Good morning, good morning. It is Saturday. Saturday. Sorry, I had an echo. Let me get that turned off. I turned on my big screen TV this morning for comments because I can't read the comments on the phone. And I'm just hanging out this morning. Ryder and I are home alone. Woo, home alone for a little bit. So, just hanging out. Thought I'd come on and say good morning. Ryder's adjusting to his new haircut. It's warming up a little bit, so I don't have a sweater on this morning. He just looks so different. So, I'm going to have a cigarette and some coffee. If you're bored, come join me. And we'll hang out and do nothing together. I've had a very productive week. Got a lot done. So, first week, prepping for first camping trip. It's going very well. So now I'm getting ready to make my list for both here and for the camper. And probably over the weekend or first of the week, I'm going to go shopping and pick up everything that I think I'm going to need. So we're just hanging out, and I've got on a long sweater dress today and some leggings in case Ryder pulls on my dress. He's just getting used to dresses. And it's a little bit too cold this morning yet for just the dress. Hi, good morning, Emily. Emila. Or is it Amelia? Amelia. I don't want to mess up your name. So good morning, good morning. Amelia. Is that correct? Good morning. And we're just hanging out and doing absolutely nothing this morning. I'm tired. It's been a long week of me prepping and getting things ready for the first camping trip. So I'm just hanging out. Good morning, Luke. So Ryder and I are just hanging out doing nothing this morning. I did get a lot done. A lot ready for the first camping trip and opening up the camper for the first time this spring. So I got several things dehydrated. I still have some more eggs dehydrating. Nice day. Yes, very nice. It's sun's out. It's beautiful out. It's supposed to warm up a little bit today. It's been cool here the last few days. And I did try the banana bread yesterday, and I made it with the eggs that I dehydrated and then turned them into egg powder. And then on my live yesterday, I rehydrated 2 of the eggs and then made the banana nut bread on my live yesterday, and it did turn out very nice. So I'm very impressed with the dehydrator. And I had an echo there at the beginning of my live because I'm sitting here and I've got my big screen TV so I can read comments because I can't read the comments that far away. And I don't want Ryder bumping my phone. So I apologize for the echo. I think I got everything fixed. So what is everybody going to do today? What's on the agenda? We have a little, well, it's not little. I think at one time it used to be a Hex store back when they had Hex. And when it went abandoned, someone purchased it and they decided to do like indoor flea markets. So you can go up in the whole entire parking lot every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The whole parking lot fills up with vehicles, and everyone sets up all these different things to sell. Good morning, William. Hello, beautiful lady. Good morning. Thank you. So the whole parking lot is full of vehicles and pull behind trailers and tables, and they have such a variety out in the parking lot. Hi, JKL. Good morning. And then you go inside the store, and they have, everyone has their own little booth, or it looks like a small store section. And you can go in, and they have everything from kitchen, if you want to go to kitchen, they have cast iron and all that stuff for kitchen. Another one may have antiques. Another one may have crystals and different things like that. There's people who have leather jackets, different types of leather. There may be one that has t-shirts. So you can spend hours walking around inside. So I think I'm going to take Ryder up this weekend. He's never got to go to, it's called Rinky Dinks. And he's never got to go to it. So I wanted to wait till the weather warmed up a little bit so he could be outside too, as well as inside, because it is heated for winter. And they do it all year round. And then, so I kind of wanted to wait till the weather got nice enough that I could let him walk around outside too, and let him see everything outside. And see what he thinks of that. So that'll be his first trip to Rinky Dinks. I like your video. Well, thank you, Luke. So that may be what I try today. No, I don't know if it's going to get warm enough. Hi, Bean. Good morning. So maybe if it gets warm enough, we'll go do that. This is Ryder. Thank you. Cute dog. He is a Maltese. And if you go back and look at my lives, even the beginning of the week, he was really fluffy, had a lot of hair. And we went ahead and had him groomed back because it was off his puppy hair. And we're getting ready to go camping. And he was really getting hot. So we went ahead and had him groomed. So this is his first grooming, low cut. And I had him in a sweater until this morning. And it's warmed up enough that he seems to be adjusting really well. But I took him to, we went to Home Depot because he goes with me wherever we go. And, let me get your toy. So whenever I took him to Home Depot, my husband took him out in a little grassy area so he could go P-O-T-T-Y. Here, let mommy put you down with your toy. Ready? You ready? Good boy. And he came back, and I thought he had a piece of dirt on his back, and it was a little tiny tick. And he had all that hair. So even though I do give him that prescription medication, you give him once a month, the pill like that prescribed him, and it's supposed to do, I don't know, several different ticks and fleas and ringworms and heartworms and all that. I didn't want to take a chance with him being ready, with us getting ready to go camping for the first time. And I'm letting him explore for the first time. It'll be his very first camping trip. So I'm going to see what he thinks of it. And I want him to be able to go out and explore. And I don't want him to end up with a tick or fleas or something like that. So we went ahead and had him groomed. But thank you. Yes, he's very precious. He's our new baby. He's 9 months old. And he is Maltese. So that's what I'm thinking about doing today, is going up and visiting the indoor flea market. And of course it has the outdoor. Get it. Kitty, you want to come say hi? Come here. And I'll show you my kitty. He's right here. And this is my rescue kitty. This is Buddy. And he was a little kitten, and we rescued him from the animal shelter, and he's now 9 years old. So these are my fur babies, Buddy and Ryder. These are my fur babies. And now you can see how tiny Ryder is next to the big old kitty cat. But these are my fur babies, and they travel with me wherever we go. These are Mama's babies. Aren't you? Mama's babies. Yes, Mama's babies. And you're such a sweetie, aren't you? And he is such a sweetheart. This is, we named him Buddy. And we've had him now 9 years. And he was in the animal shelter. And whenever I was choosing kittens, there were so many to choose from. And every time I walked by the little cage he was in, he would reach his paw out to me. And whenever I would pick him up, he would just hug me, and just, oh, his purr was so loud. And none of the other kittens did that. So he stole my heart, and he came home with us, and he's been with us ever since. And he is such a sweetheart. That is Buddy. And Ryder is jealous. He says, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of the other baby. So it's taking a little while for Buddy to adjust to the new puppy, because we had Rebel, my other Maltese, whenever I brought Buddy home. And he and Rebel were best friends. And then we lost my Maltese in last May, the end of May, 1st of June. And he was 13 years old, and the kitty was just pouting, and he was so lost without Rebel. And our home was just so quiet. So we decided to get a new puppy, and we went and found this one. And he is just absolutely adorable. He's full of energy. He's 9 months old, and his name is Ryder. And he has really brought so much love to the house. But him and the kitty are still adjusting. They still have their little spats. Say, but we're learning to be friends, aren't you? You're learning to be friends. Yes. Here, you want to get down and play? Get down and play. So that's what I'm into this morning. Hi, Luke. Good morning. Just getting ready to find something interesting to get into. And I really think I'm going to go up to the indoor flea market, and I'm going to check out some of their different shops. I've picked up some really nice cast iron there. And it's spring, so everybody's bringing all their stuff in. And I really like it because it's such a variety. And it's, I can go to an antique area if I want to pick up antiques. If I want to pick up some crafts, they have some beautiful homemade crafts, beautiful wooden crafts. Really nice little shops that have real nice home decor. The kitchens, every lady likes to see all the kitchen gadgets that they have. And everything is just so reasonable, and everybody is there just to enjoy the weekend, get out, it's spring, and everyone that's there is just in such a good mood and so friendly, and they bring their dogs, and they bring their cats and their fur babies, and you can just go from shop to shop and just, walk all around the store. And it's about the size of a Kmart store. But it used to be, I believe, an old Hex store, is what my husband had said, because I'm not from Ohio. And so they fill up the whole parking lot with tables. Some people just have their vehicles with their hatch open and have things just out of their vehicle. Others have trailers. Others have the pop-up little tents, and the whole parking lot fills up, and you can just go all the way around the parking lot and then go inside the building, and it's just so many different stores. The variety is absolutely unbelievable. Maybe one day I'll try and do a small live while I'm walking around. I want to get him used to um, the tote that I will be carrying him in. I normally carry him in one on my arm, and then I have a pouch that I can put on the front of me, and that way I can put him in the pouch and I still can use my hands to pick up things and look at things. So I want him to get adjusted, and then I'll be able to carry my camera around. So one day I'll do a live and let you see what Rinky Dinks is and how much stuff is there. It is just unbelievable. My husband and I can go up and just spend hours and hours. And that they have everything from clothing to jewelry to antiques to cast iron to tires for vehicles, automotive parts, electronics, crafts. It's unbelievable. So it's a good way to spend a Saturday when it's not really warm enough to go out and do a whole lot outside. You can go up and walk through Rinky Dinks, and you can do that in the winter. It gives you something to do, and you get your exercise, and you get to go out and move around and explore and find things, new things. So one day maybe I'll do a live on that, and I'll take you with me and let you see what Rinky Dinks is all about. I enjoy it. I really do. And I do smoke cigarettes and I do drink coffee. So if that offends you, you may want to step out. So that's what may be on our agenda today. I still have 2 more trays of eggs that I have dehydrated that I need to grind up into egg powder today. So I'll probably do that this morning. And then Ryder and I may go on a nice little adventure. He is so full of energy this morning. Let me see if I can get him a treat that will satisfy him. I will be right back. Do you need a treat? Do you need something different? Do you need something different? Okay, let's see what he thinks of this treat. Maybe this one will work. Sorry about that. But we're real life here. We just do things as we do them. Real life. We don't try to make things look better than they are. They just are. They happen when they happen, as they happen. So that's maybe how I'll be spending my Saturday, because right now I have nothing on the agenda. And there. I think that makes that worse. Does that make it worse? I've got a lot of light coming in behind me. That might help a little bit. So, that is what my plans are for today. Other than that, I'm going to be doing absolutely nothing. I'm not going to be doing any camping prep today other than grinding the dehydrated eggs into powder and making my list. I need to make a list for here at home and a list for camp. Yeah, I think that makes it worse, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that one off. So, I'm going to be doing a grocery shopping for both here and for the camper. So I've started making my list, and I've been rotating both my freezers, my big freezer and the freezer in the kitchen. and trying to do a complete rotation so I can restock all of those. And then get everything that I need for the camper. I made a list last fall whenever we closed the camper up for the winter. And so I made a list of things that I need to pick up to take back to the camper. So that's going to make it easier for me. And this is week 1 of prep, getting ready to go camping and open the camper. So I still have 3 more weeks. My Mr. Z said 4 weeks. 4 weeks and we're opening the camper up and we're going camping. So I want to be 1 week ahead, just in case Mr. Z just one day just says, okay, I'm ready, let's go ahead and go. And Mr. Z does that, so I want to be at least 1 week ahead. So if he says 4 weeks, I want to be ready in 3 weeks. So I don't think he realizes how much prep it takes and preparation to get ready to go camping. And it's going to be a working camping trip, and it's probably going to last about a month, maybe longer. My husband's excited about getting back working on the Ford truck. He did a lot on it last winter, or last fall, going into winter. And then we stopped and we closed the camper up. I think it was around the 1st of November, or middle of November, somewhere in there between October and November. And he wants to take that truck completely down to the frame, and then he'll set the new bed on when he has it ready, and the new cab on whenever he gets it ready. But he wants to get down to the frame and then have the frame painted, and then the cab and the bed that we purchased are from Texas, so it has absolutely no rust. They've never been exposed to salt, and here in Ohio we have brine that they use on the roads in the winter, and both of those are really hard on a vehicle. So he got the bed. He and his the people that were helping him got the bed taken off last fall, and then he got new. He took all the sides off and everything, and then got ready for the new bed. And this year he'll be starting with removing the cab, removing everything from the interior, and then removing the cab, and then he'll be having the frame painted and then everything put back on. So hopefully by the end of summer our Ford truck will be back on the highway, and it'll be just like a new truck and should last us for many years because it'll have 0 rust. So I'm excited to see that happen and get that back on the road. It's an absolutely wonderful truck, but it had some rust, and we had the opportunity to pick up a cab and bed and just redo everything. So that's what my husband's project is. So we have our camper set up from last year, so we don't have to worry about taking the camper and getting it set up. We just need to go in and open everything up, get everything cleaned, stocked, and so we have the Harley there. So if we have days that are nice, that we want to just go out and get on the Harley and go for a ride, the Harley's already there. And then my husband will have all the help that he needs because it's one of his family members, and he has a welding company, and there's a lot of workers that are there that are coming in to help, and they have heavy equipment. So my husband, he's disabled, he can't do a lot of that. So he has all the available help there. So that's what we're getting ready to do. And my husband's getting very anxious. Very anxious. So then we'll be coming back and forth between the camper and remodeling. Our remodeling's going to be starting back up with my home, my mobile home. And I'll be excited whenever all of that is done. Remodeling is a mess. It's an absolute mess. I think it's easier to build a home than it is to remodel, and especially if you're in a mobile home. Everything has to be moved from one room to the other, and from one side of one half of the room to the other half of the room. But we are gaining. We've got one bathroom almost completed, one full bath. The master bath, my husband has had everything taken out that was in there, and removing a garden tub, which we didn't like and we didn't use. So that opened so much more space. I gave you a like. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Luke. So we had everything taken out of the master bath, and new plumbing, new insulation was put in, and new subflooring last fall. And I have all the cabinets and the vanity and everything purchased already for the new master bath. But we halted because of the bad weather, and so we're going to be working on the remodeling here as well. So we've definitely got our summer planned for us. Camping, which I love because it's going to be giving me a break from the remodeling, and then coming home and doing some remodeling. So we're going to be bouncing back and forth quite a bit. So I'll bring you along and let you see what we're doing. And it will be Ryder's first camping trip, my new Maltese puppy. So I'm excited to see what he thinks of camping and taking him out to explore. So I'm excited about that. We'll see how that goes. What are you doing? He's over there making noise, so I apologize if you hear a noise in the background. He says, I'm a puppy and I'm allowed to make noise. I am allowed to make noise. And I cannot wait to get the deck put together. I'm waiting till the weather warms up just a little bit more, because I do have the gazebo out there and it has the canvas top, and we still have a lot of high winds this time of the year. This is spring. Happy spring, everybody, by the way. Happy spring. So I want to wait a little bit longer to get the gazebo top put on. I have the new canvas top, and I enjoy decorating the deck. Underneath the gazebo, I have a bar setting area and love seat and coffee table under the gazebo, and it's like a little, I set it up, it looks like a little island, and then I have the hot tub area, and then I have a little garden area that I've set up. I have 2 rocking chairs in the little fire pit, and my small herb garden, and a couple of little plants. So that's my little garden area. And that's just the one deck that's all open. It doesn't have a metal roof or anything over it. And then I have the deck where you first walk out, and it is covered where the grill and the dry heat sauna is. So you walk out onto it and then onto the open deck, which we have the gazebo on. So I'm wanting to get that set up, and my husband's like, no, let's wait a little bit. We still have some high winds. It's still too early. So I'm going to wait a little bit on that, and we're going to go ahead and go get the camper set up, get everything all cleaned and aired out, and ready for our first camping trip. I would say it's going to be at least a month, maybe longer, maybe a little bit longer. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think I'll be more excited once I get there. It's the preparation that takes forever. And I like to be ready. I like to have everything ready. And normally right now where we have the camper set up, we're almost an hour away from like a Walmart or a grocery store of any kind. So when I'm out there, I need to have everything available for me. And that's why I'm doing a lot of the dehydrating. And I use a lot of the like powdered milks, powdered whole milk, and 2% milk. And that way, if I'm baking or cooking, I don't have to worry about it running out of milk. I can just go to the pantry and get powdered milk and mix up milk, and I have milk and I'm ready to cook and bake. So that's what I did spending this week, my first week prepping. And then I did go to the closet and get out totes with different clothes. And I'm laundering all those different clothes and separating things out that I want to take with us. And with it being spring, I want to have some warmer things, some sweaters and hoodies for cool mornings and cool evenings. And especially when we're sitting around the campfire. And then I want to have some clothing, for the warmer days. So I'm trying to get a variety of things, clothing put together. And then I've laundered the bed clothing that I had, all of the sheets and pillowcases and blankets and quilts and everything for the camper. So I have those. What is my favorite color? I kind of like neutrals. Um, Probably grays and like anything neutral. I don't really have I don't like bright colors. So I'm more of a neutral type person. So probably grays or something that's like a pastel, something light. There, maybe he likes that one. Maybe he'll be okay. And I might get to take my crossbow with me this camping trip and get the crossbow sighted in and get it ready. So we took it right after I purchased it, and we had everything sighted in, and I used the scope, and I didn't know what I would think of the scope that came on it when we purchased it. And the first time that I actually used the crossbow, it was perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. And so I think we're going to take the crossbow with us, and my husband's wanting to see what he thinks of it. I used to use a compound bow, but I can't use those anymore after I had my surgery. I lost all that strength in my arms and hands. So I thought I would go ahead and invest in a crossbow. So that was one of my Christmas gifts, I think 2 years ago. And I really like it. And my husband wasn't sure what he would think of it. So he said, let's go ahead and take it and get it sighted in. And he said, I want to experiment with it a little bit and see if I like it. And if I do, I'll go ahead and purchase one as well. So I think we're going to take the crossbow with us and get it sighted back in. And there was something else that I wasn't expecting him to want to take. So the crossbow was one, and there was something else. It was something else that we had purchased, and we had not got to. Oh, the new star scopes. That's what it was. Where he wants me to make sure I put these in with everything whenever I pack up for camping. And he purchased two of these, and they magnify by 10. And he said he thought those would be really nice if we're down at the camper and we see something and we're not really sure what it is. We can try these out and see what we think of them. And, just sitting around the camper and just experimenting and trying new things out. So he wants me to make sure I put both of these in, one for him and one for myself. And then he wants me to go ahead and put two tripods in because these will set up on tripods. So that was another thing he wanted me to make sure that I had on my list. So I'm making my list, which I need to add that to my list. And I want to make sure that I have a large enough play area for the new puppy. I think I have one of the round metal play portable playpens that you can put up. And then I have one there at the camper. And then I have another new one here. And I'm going to go ahead and take it. And that way I can expand him a larger area. And that way he'll have an area where he can get used to the camp. And if I have to walk away for a second, I know I can put him in there and they're covered and that he will be safe. After the big hawk that we seen out here the other morning, and it was so fascinated with my little Maltese. And I thought at first it was just looking at him, and then it started to perch and was getting ready to come down into my yard after my little Maltese, and that was so frightening. Frightening for me and for the puppy. So I want to make sure that I set this cage up here and make sure that I have the correct covering for it. And then I know the one at the camper, I always cover it. And I think I have everything there for that. So I want to make sure I have, everything ready for that. And then I'll be taking the tote that I wear on my chest. And Ryder goes down in it. So whenever we get him ready to ride the Harley the first time with us, my other Maltese would just climb down in the little pouch and just rest his head, bring his head out and just rest his head there on me and sit between myself and my husband. And he absolutely loved to ride on the Harley. So we're going to see what Ryder thinks of the Harley and expose him to the Harley and the loud sound of the Harley. So all this is going to be new for him. And then we're also looking at a couple different side-by-sides, because there's a lot of times that we could just go out and get in a side-by-side and just go out exploring. And as we're getting older, I think I'd really like to have a 4x4 side-by-side, so we can just go out and explore and go on back roads and take Ryder and just enjoy a day just going out and exploring. And most of the places that we do go camping are out, and there's a lot of wilderness. No, Kitty, don't jump up there. No. There's a lot of wilderness area. No. I'm kind of watching Kitty. I'm afraid he's going to jump up there where my camera is. No. No, Kitty. No. You have 3 chairs in here. You got all kinds of places you could sit. No. Let me see if I can put Buddy on a chair beside me. He jumped up right there where my camera was. I'm sorry about that. So, we're looking at a couple different ones, and I don't want anything real big, so just a 2-seater with a small bed, like a dump bed, so that way if we're out gathering firewood, I can just put it on the dump bed and bring it over to the camper. It'll be a lot easier for me and for my husband. So I told him, as we're getting older, we need to, enjoy life. And go ahead and get things that's going to make it a little bit more easier on both of us. Where'd your goodie go? So we're definitely looking at a side-by-side four-wheeler, or whatever you want to call them, four-wheel drive. And that way we can go out and we can putt around in the back roads and just pack us a nice cooler and go for a ride and have a picnic and enjoy our day. And that way I can get Mr. Z to take a day off whenever he's working on the vehicles and things. But you just are not satisfied this morning, are you? Nothing, you just don't want anything. Do you want this one? You just don't want anything this morning. You just don't want anything this morning. I just don't know what you need. I don't know what you need. What is it? He just does not seem satisfied this morning. He says, I know it's springtime, Mama. I can feel that it is springtime. How about a baby? You want a squeaky? I'm going to squeak. You want a baby? Do you want a baby? You want me to toss it? You ready? So that's what I'm doing this morning. Absolutely nothing. Just waiting for it to warm up a little bit more. And then I'm going to go out and warm the vehicle up and get his little tote ready. And I'll go show you the tote, the one I'm talking about. Give me just 1 second. I want to step out for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. And this is the tote. And this one I used with my other Maltese for many, many years. And this is the one that he would sit in between myself and my husband on the Harley when we went riding. So Ryder is just getting used to the new tote. And right now, what I'm using and he's very used to this one. Whenever I go into the store, this is a console puppy seat. And whenever I take him with me, he has another console puppy seat in the car. And he'll ride in it, and then I have this one in the back. Because this one's more soft. It's more like a bag. I can just put it over my shoulder and carry it. And it's very well lined. It's very padded. And he really likes this one. And I put him in it and just carry him. And then I have this one that he's just getting used to. So if I'm going to be going in somewhere, I want to be able to use both my hands. And I don't want this to slip. When's my next video? I'm not really sure. come on live when I'm doing things. So this is the new one. I usually try to set it up ahead of time. Sometimes I'll come on a little early. Sometimes I'm a little bit later. It just depends on what I'm doing. And I never know when my next one is. Now I'm probably going to be doing several on my preparation, getting ready for camping. So, but this one is what we're going to be using today to get little Mr. Ryder used to Rinky Dinks. And he's been in this one a few times, and he seems to like it. It's very comfortable for myself, and it's very comfortable for Mr. Ryder. And Rebel, my Maltese that we lost, absolutely loved this. And it goes over my shoulders. And then it also straps around me so that it doesn't move, and it's very secure. So you can see all of the extra features that it has to make sure that he's nice and secure. And it makes it really nice for me if I'm moving around. And let me see if I can get this on without taking it completely apart. And I don't know if I can or not. I think I'm going to have to unsnap. And it's very comfortable. So this is what we're going to be trying out today when we go to Rinky Dinks. And I absolutely love this one. I've had it, like I said, for many years. Whenever I was out doing things, I didn't want Rebel to... Did I do that one right? I don't think I crisscrossed. When I didn't want Rebel to get down and get into things, I would just set him in this. And he and I would go and just go for walks because they're very tiny. They have a lot of hair. And I really don't like for them to get tangled or to get, accidentally walk up on a snake. Oh, this is kind of hard to do whenever I'm not sitting. Let me try sitting. So, I like it for that. There we go. And I love it for when we're on the Harley. And my arms do not work as good as they used to, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit slow. So there's my crisscross. I know that's snug. And then it also has the strap that comes around and secures it. On my back. And it's very comfortable for Ryder. Easy. He doesn't know what to really think of this little one. Let me see if I can get him to settle in. Settle in. He said he hears a vehicle outside. Settle in. Settle in. Settle in. And then I can adjust this so that I know he's not going to jump out. And isn't that just awesome? Puppy on the go. That way I can use both of my hands. And this is what we used on the Harley. And it also has the strap so that I can secure him so he will not accidentally jump out. So it hooks directly onto his harness. And we are ready to go on an adventure. And of course, we have a pocket for all of our little snacks. And he's really adjusting well to this. It takes me a little bit to get him in and settle. But once he's in and he settles, he absolutely loves it. Say, I do. So I've been working with him a little bit here around the house, letting him get used to this. And he's adjusting to it very well. Because everywhere I go, I take Puppy with me. See, we travel together. Huh. And now he's ready to go to sleep. He seen me put on a dress and he thought I was going somewhere, and I think that's why he was anxious. He says, now I'm settled, I'm in my little bag, so if Mama wants to go somewhere, I know I am attached to Mama. So as I've been doing some prep work this week, I've been putting him in his little tote bag, and he's been actually sleeping while I've been walking around with him in his bag and getting him used to the new bag. And of course, this is not new for me. Like I said, my Maltese that we lost in May, 1st of June, he was 13. So he was always traveling with me, and whatever I was doing, he was accompanying me right along with it. So this was Rebel's tote bag. And it was really hard for me to get the tote bag out at first and put the new puppy in it. But so we made it through it. Mommy had a couple tears. I had so many wonderful, wonderful memories with Rebel. And but bless his heart, he was 13. And he gave us 13 wonderful years, and I'm so glad that he chose myself and my husband to be his mommy and daddy, because he really, really made our home a home. He brought so much joy to us. And he was so much company for me when Mr. Z, like today, is out and about and I get left home alone. So then Mom can plan an adventure, and her and Puppy go on an adventure, don't we? We go on an adventure. Yes, we do. He says, well, Mom, are we going to go on an adventure? Or are we not going to go on an adventure? And I'll put a nice little blanket down on the bottom, so that way if he gets tired and he wants to curl up and go to sleep, he can. And he has plenty of room to do that, as you can see. See, I've got plenty of room down in there to curl up and just lay down, and it's nicely vented all the way around. So if he does lay down in there and go to sleep, he has nice ventilation. So I am just enjoying all of this new stuff that Mama is exposing me to. Let's use one of those. And I like it that it has the little pocket that I can take his little treats and have him some little treats. Say, it has nice features. It's comfortable for my mommy. And say Mommy can just walk along. She has use of both of her hands. And I get to go on adventures and I get to see new things, and I just love it. So that's what we may do today on our day of doing absolutely nothing. We're going to go exploring and go on a new adventure. Right, yes, a new adventure. So that's what I'm planning. And how long have I been on here? Almost an hour. And as you can see, the sun's coming up. It's probably warming up. So I'm going to go in and get a few more things done in the kitchen this morning. I may go ahead and try and get the rest of my dehydrated eggs turned into powder. And then Mr. Ryder and Mommy are going to go on a little adventure. And we're going to see what he thinks of Rinky Dinks. I bet. Yeah. Say, I sure am. Say, yes, indeed I am. He is such an absolutely amazing little man. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I think on this day of doing nothing. It's my Saturday doing nothing. I think I need a break. I've got a lot accomplished so far. And then, of course, I'm going to come back and take off where I left off. Take up where I left off. Getting things ready for camping, and maybe I'll be able to find some new things there, and if I do, I'll show them to you on my next live. Because I'm always finding little things at Rinky Dinks. It's a good way to spend a day. And I can't do a whole lot of walking with my leg, and it's all indoors, and it's warm, it's heated, and so that's my plans for today. That is what I'm going to be doing. And as you can see, he's adjusting to the bag. And Rebel used to absolutely love the bag. And if I had the bag setting where he could get to it and he wanted to go on an adventure, Rebel would bring me the tote and he'd say, Mom, let's go on an adventure. He'd bring me the bag. And he just absolutely loved going on adventures and riding in his tote. And every time that he would hear Daddy start up the Harley, he would go get his tote and bring his tote to me and say, Mommy, put on the tote. Daddy's on the Harley. It's time to go for a ride. So I'm hoping that this one will enjoy the Harley as much as Rebel did. And say I'm only 9 months old and I'm going to be having all kinds of fun and adventures. So that's my plans. So I hope you have a good Saturday. And I'm going to go out and enjoy some of this beautiful sun out here. Enjoy my day. And expose Ryder to some new adventures. See what he thinks. He loves to go to Walmart and to Home Depot. And he loves going to the antique stores that we've been going to. So he's been definitely going in the stores and he just absolutely loves it. He rides in the buggy and he looks around, and if people come up to pet him, he lets them come up and love on him. He is such a precious little fellow. So he is my new wonderful fur baby. maybe, just maybe, our little adventure will wear him out and he will want to take a nap when we come home. He's got so much energy. He's so much energy. So that is what I'm doing today. And I did put on a long sweater dress because it's still cool here this morning. You can probably hear my furnace in the background. So it's still a little bit cold. And with my leg and foot, I like for it to warm up a little bit before I go out and do too much outdoors because it hurts my leg. Oh no, that's not chewing that. Oh, you had a piece of that you're chewing on the string. So we are going to go on an adventure, aren't we? Yes. So yes, we are. We're going to go on an adventure. And I'm going to get to learn how to use my new tote bag out and about. So here in the house, I do really well. So we've been practicing. And I'm doing very well with the practicing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And I'm going to go in here. But I'll show you how nice he does. He just loves walking around. He says it's just, Mommy can move around. Mommy can use her hands. See, there it is. Say, Mommy and I, huh? Mommy and I. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here. I do have, like I said, some more eggs, dehydrated, and I will be right back. Oh, and this is the banana bread from yesterday. I put it in freezer bags. That's what I made from the frozen bananas and from the egg powder, from the eggs that I dehydrated and turned into powder. And I just stored them in a gallon freezer bag, and I'm going to put those in the freezer, and I'll have 2 banana breads to take camping. Wash our hands here. Isn't this tote just amazing? It was really hard for me to get the tote back out and to place Ryder in the tote, because this was many, many years of memories with Rebel. And when I first got it out, like I said, I did have some tears, and I had to pull myself together, and I knew that Rebel would not want Mommy to be sad. Rebel was such a bundle of joy, a bundle of energy, and so now Mr. Ryder is enjoying the tote. So that's what I will be doing today. And if you look over here, it's my dehydrator, and it's off. And we do have more eggs dehydrated. And since I have Puppy, I'm not going to get real close. But I'm going to go ahead and turn these into powder. And then Ryder and I are going to go on an adventure. So, I just wanted to see how much he likes that. He finds comfort in it, and he actually will lay his head over my arm and go to sleep. And then whenever I'm doing things, I have use of both of my hands. And if I'm out and I'm in little shops, of course, I'm going to be able to use both my hands. So, this is our first adventure to Rinky Dinks. He says, okay, Mama. We're not outside that. We're not doing anything. You're just standing here. You're not busy. So anyway, well, easy. And I do like that it has the harness attachment, so that if he does try to get anxious, he's snapped in. So anyway, I think he may have to go POTTY. And then Mom's going to come in and get the things done in the kitchen that she needs done. And then we are going to go on a adventure, aren't we? So yes, we are. We're going to go on an adventure. So enjoy your Saturday. Find something to do and enjoy some sun. And I'm going to take him and let him go POTTY. So, till next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Oops. Yep, he definitely needs, I think he needs to go potty. Okay, you need to go potty. Okay. All right, so we're going to hop off of here, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.